In this episode of our Taco Roamer Adventures, we spend 2 nights exploring Moab. We find some awesome four-wheel and hiking trails with a lot of arches and bridges along the way. Come along and make sure to like and subscribe for future adventures. We're Brian and Emily Whitley, and we love exploring new places together. With full-time professional jobs, we are self-proclaimed weekend warriors who try and fit in as much adventure as we can. Whether on a backpacking trail to a remote destination or overlanding in our 2021 Tacoma, we love getting outside. We're here to share that it is possible to balance a work schedule and find time to see the world in a variety of different ways.
Follow along on our Taco Roamer Adventures.
Our first stop after rolling into Moab was checking out the world-renowned Sand Flats Recreation Area. Here, you'll find miles and miles of some of the most difficult 4x4 trails in the United States. While we weren't ready to take on some of the harder trails, like Hell's Revenge with our new four-wheel pop-up camper on the truck, we did take an amazingly scenic drive to Porcupine Rim. The higher we got, the more snow we found, and soon had to turn around. The next morning, we broke camp super early to head to Arches National Park. The park has the densest population of natural arches than anywhere in the world. There are over 2,000 documented arches here, ranging from the very large, at over 300 feet, to the very small that are almost impossible to see unless you're up close. With our early start, we were hoping to beat the crowds. Our original plan was to hike to Delicate Arch, the arch pictured on Utah's license plates. But apparently that was also everyone else's plan, and the trailhead was totally mobbed when we got there a little after 6:30 a.m. We decided to instead head to the Viewpoint Trail, where there was only one other car in the parking lot, and then onto the windows section. The views are amazing everywhere you go here, and you'll see more arches than you can count. After our morning at Arches, we decided to go off the beaten path and headed to Gemini Bridge's OHV Trail. It's a little over 25 miles round trip and passes through some amazing landscape before you reach Gemini Bridges. These natural bridges sit side by side and you can easily walk over them. Just don't try and drive up or jump the gap in between them. Unfortunately, There have been a few deaths here over the years, and they are very sad and unfortunate accidents. Pressing on to our last trail of the day and our time in Moab was Grand Staff Trail to Morning Glory Bridge. This 5.7-mile round-trip hike takes you through a beautiful canyon, following a small stream along the way. There are several stream crossings and a little bit of trail finding, but being that you're in a canyon, losing the trail is more of a minor inconvenience that might require a little backtracking, and you're unlikely to actually get lost. At the end of the trail, you'll reach Morning Glory Bridge. When we came up on the trail, there were some rappellers coming down. You can sign up for one of these trips through various adventure companies in Moab. Standing under the arch and looking up is pretty impressive. Make sure that you go all the way under the bridge to see the best views. This natural bridge ranks as the 5th largest span in the entire world. We finished our day heading back to our campsite at Grand Staff Campground on the Colorado River, which is conveniently located directly across the highway from the trailhead. We took in the river views and made some tacos for dinner, because who doesn't love a good taco after a long day on the trails? We hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to follow along on more adventures. Happy trails!